It was God who created oysters and apples, and you cannot improve recipes like that, but it's our job to try. Hi, welcome to my Foodalicious ASMR episode, where I share with you some of my most favorite recipes of yummiest dishes, and I hope that you enjoy this video because obviously it's going to be recorded in a very soothing and relaxing way, but it's about food, and what can be better than food and ASMR together. I just love this combination. The dish that I want to share with you today is a Middle Eastern dish, also considered as a salad, with a really exotic name, Tabouleh. I really love this name, Tabouleh. It's very popular here in Armenia too, and especially during the Christian fasting in spring. But I just personally have never fasted, and I love having this all year round, especially when it's vegetarian, so vegan, and it will suit people who are vegetarians and vegans, also for those who aren't but like to cleanse their system every now and then. It's very yummy, very nutritious, very healthy. Tabouleh featured in my salad degustation video back last year, I think, and a lot of you were very curious about it and were wondering what the exact recipe this dish was. So there you go. I'm finally up to making an ASMR recipe video for Tabouleh. Alright, so without further ado, let's begin. So here are the ingredients we're going to need. As you can see, it's lots of greens, lots of vegetables, but the main ingredient is of course bulgur. Bulgur is a whole grain, and it's got a lot of fiber, nutrients, much better than rice actually. We're going to need fresh leaves of mint. You can use dried mint too if you don't have fresh leaves of mint, and of course a bunch of other grains. Let me show it to you. So first of all, parsley. We're also going to need some spring onion, and because my mom loves coriander so much, I'm also going to add coriander. And no, don't be scared, it's not too much. If I had more, I'd even use more. Next, we're going to need some tomatoes. Tomatoes are great superfood too. I'll explain as we move on. If you don't have fresh tomatoes, you can actually use tomato pasta. I'm going to use both tomato pasta and tomatoes because it's a superfood and natural sun defender too. Next, I'm using 1 lemon, and of course the original recipe, like most salads, requires olive oil, but as much as I love olives, I don't like the taste of olive oil. I'm going to use corn oil. You can use your favorite oil. I like corn oil, pumpkin seed oil, and grapeseed oil actually. Then of course, for the seasoning, I'm going to use some salt, and since I'm such a huge fan of black pepper, I'm going to use 3 types of black pepper. There I'm showing you 1, 2 is like whole black pepper, but of course you don't have to. I'm also going use paprika, a generous amount of it. And then the third type of black pepper is bahar, which is a really flavorful black pepper, and some cinnamon. I love the flavor of cinnamon, but if you don't use it. So that's it. As you can see, very natural, suitable for vegans and vegetarians. Here I've rinsed the bulgur, and you can see it draws quite a bit, although it's still hard. And now we're going to season it. First of all, I am going to cut the lemon in half. I would suggest you start off with only half a lemon, but I personally love lemon, so I'm going to use a whole lemon. And we need to squeeze the lemon juice into our bulgur. This lemon was really stiff, so I had to cut it in two. The lemon is really rich in vitamin C, and just really good for you. It cleanses the system very well. And I didn't have my lemon squeezer here, so I'm doing it with my hands. Next, I'll add a cup of boiled water, and this is the same measuring cup I used to measure bulgur. I'm also adding my spices at this stage because I want the bulgur to suck in all of the flavors of the spices while it's rising. Actually, I would suggest you add the spices little by little to see if you like it or not. I'm adding sweet paprika and also some cinnamon. Cinnamon is so nutritious, it actually outranks garlic and oregano in its antioxidant qualities. I'm adding black pepper. You don't have to add this much, again, just according to your taste. And then I think I'm going to crush the bahar and just add a few there. That's going to add extra flavor. And of course you have to stir it and mix it. Not stir it actually, just mix it and add some salt. Some people may skip adding the salt since you already have lemon there, but I chose to add some salt actually. Salt is good for you in little amounts. I'm adding more paprika and more cinnamon. Cinnamon, as I said, is optional. You don't have to use it, but it really is loaded with antioxidants, so little goes a long way. It's very good for your health. And next superfood is tomato pasta. Tomato pasta, it boosts your skin natural SPF. It's scientifically proven, so it's like a natural sun-fighting superfood. Especially if you're pale, then consume a little bit of tomato pasta every day and you should see good results. Close the cap and let it sit there to rise, and meanwhile we'll prepare the rest of the ingredients. For that you'll need a new container. I'm going to use only 2 tomatoes, and first of all I'm going to slice the tomatoes, and then I'm going to chop them into little pieces. But this knife was a nightmare to cut with, so I opted for a smaller but much sharper knife. And can you see how red my tomato is? These are really sweet too. Sometimes tomatoes are so sweet, you understand why they're called fruits. And tomatoes are outstanding for their lycopene content, lycopene is very important for your bones, and it prevents osteoporosis, so great for health of your bones. And there you go. I have chopped them into really small pieces, and I forgot to film this, but I also chopped the green onion. Some recipes have white onion. I don't use white onion. So now I'll chop the leaves of mint, and if you don't have fresh mint, you can use dry mint, but then you'll have to use much less because the flavor will be a lot stronger. And mint too has one of the highest antioxidant capacities of any food. It's very good for your stomach. A lot of the times I've seen doctors tell their patients to drink mint tea if they had upset stomach. It's also great anti-inflammatory, really good for your skin, for blemishes. A lot of natural skincare companies use mint in their ingredients and toners. There you go. Here we've got the mint and the green onions chopped. I'm going to chop parsley next, and parsley is a real superfood. Like, it's a rich source of vitamin K, and vitamin K is vital for, again, your bone health, because it nourishes the bones and it prevents bone fractures. It's also rich in vitamin C, and there you go, Miss ASMR video bombing my ASMR video again. And mix it, put it into the container. And since my mom loves coriander, like I said, I'm also going to use coriander. And coriander has a great flavor, like literally put it in anything and it just becomes tastier. If I had more greens, I would even put more. I see how the blood has risen, and all of the spices, are mixed in bulhood, so we're adding our vegetables and greens. It's just, it looks so good. Look at the colors. Mix this very well, and I must say that this already smelled so good. Mix it very well, and until everything is really blended together. I'm adding a bit more black pepper, a bit more salt, and I'm adding the oil. By the way, you can add the oil at the very beginning with the spices too. Again, mixing and mixing, and there you go. It's like so yummy. I tasted and approved by me and by Miss ASMR and by my whole family. There you go. Our delicious and nutritious tabouleh is ready. Some call it a salad, some call it a dish. Whatever you want to call it, it's yummy. And it's packed with vitamins. I hope you do try this very simple recipe at home, and I hope you love it. Actually, I'm sure you're going to love it. By the way, if you do try it, then share it with me on my Instagram and Facebook. I remember after my salad degustation video, you did share your results with me. If you don't find bulhood, although you should be able to find it, it's not a rare ingredient at all, then you can replace it with couscous or with quinoa. But again, like I said, it's not a difficult thing to find at all, and it's not expensive. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can find the whole ingredient list and the measurements on my Instagram and Facebook. And of course, I'll just mention one more time what I used. So for tabouleh, we need bulgur, we need fresh mint, parsley. Again, it's optional, but I used it. Coriander, you may skip it, you may use it. Spring onion, this is very important that you use it. Some people, like I said, they use white onion head too. I do not like it. 2 tomatoes, tomato pesto, a lemon, black pepper, paprika, cinnamon, salt, and season it with your favorite oil. What can I say? Enjoy!